Hello, it is Dr. Askkrysracquel, and I'm back again with another video for today. I hope you all are doing amazingly. As you can see, I'm not on camera today, but if you like my content, please like, comment, and subscribe. Also, send me an email at askkrysracquel@gmail.com if you'd like to hear my response to a question or concern that you have. This topic for today is related to a certain group of people who can easily manipulate another group of people. What I'm talking about is in the dating phase. Sometimes a certain group of men is able to manipulate a certain group of women into believing that the man is going to give them the world, the man is going to move mountains for them, that they're going to be able to be a stay-at-home mom or stay-at-home wife, whatever the case may be. This conversation for today, it's urging ladies to please be careful. And this is not to bash men. This is simply talking about a certain group of men that can do this type of thing. And no, it's not okay. But as ladies, we have to be smart. We can't just believe anything that a guy tells us. Keep in mind, if you're a beautiful woman, that means a lot of men are going to be interested in you. And sometimes there may be a man, well, you know how in this day and age it talks about how the woman is more there for her beauty. It's not so much about her income and things like that. Salud. It's always been that way, actually. And in a man, it's always been kind of what can he do in terms of provision, not so much about his looks sometimes. Although I definitely would never encourage someone to be with someone that they're not attracted to. That goes for both ways, for both men and women. So my point is, if the woman is super beautiful, all types of men are going to be after her. Men who can provide and men who can't. And if she's that beautiful, or if a man is that attracted to her, it doesn't even matter whether or not he can't provide. He's going to pretend like he can. So that's the point of this video. We have to be so careful as ladies. Do not move forward with someone before you have all the details about them. What I'm saying is, don't just believe anything someone tells you. If a man tells you he's a millionaire, if a man tells you he is making big bucks, don't just believe anything that he says. He could possibly be living off of loans. He could be borrowing money. He could be using credit cards. He could really just be someone who has a great personality and people flock to him. He's believable. He sounds trustworthy when he speaks to you. Be careful of those things. There's a lot of ladies who are getting duped. And then the man is giving you all this information, false information, I should say. And then now the lady is trusting him and she divulges everything about her finances, everything about her assets, anything about her 401ks, how much savings she has in a bank, how many cars she has, that she owns her house instead of rents, that she works a high-level job, that she's a CEO somewhere, executive, that she owns a law firm, that she's a nurse, that she's a nurse practitioner, that she's, well, you know, if she's a doctor, I'm sure he would have figured it out by now. But I definitely, well, I've talked about this before in terms of health professions. Like, if you work in the healthcare field, just be careful with what you say. It's okay to just say, I work in healthcare, I work with patients, and you can kind of leave it at that. But if he asks you, like, oh wait, so are you a nurse? I mean, I guess you have to be honest at that point, but there's a way for you to phrase it. Just like, oh yep, I work in healthcare, my industry's healthcare. Yeah, I have a lot of different patients, or, you know, I'm there to support the staff or whatever. if you say something like that, he might think you're like a home health aide. And I don't ever encourage making things up, but I also understand the importance of using wisdom in each situation. So you wouldn't be going around telling your business about other things. So even in the dating phase, be careful. But please, ladies, be careful. There are, and I'm not focused on men right now because, you know, men are considered the providers. So I'm talking about ladies who are not traditionally considered to be providers for men. And then without the lady knowing, she's giving so much information to him. She's now telling him how much income she has. She's really setting her up for, what do you say it? What do people say? She's really setting herself up to be used, to be swindled. She's setting herself up for the okie doke. And now that man knows, okay, I told her that, listen, I'm a businessman. I'm doing amazingly for myself. I'm going to sit you down. I'm going to have you sit at home, take care of the home, retire early. And then you get with this person, and then now you're seeing how everything that they told you was not true, and there's not much else you can do. So really, ladies, don't fall for this fantasy of what you think you're supposed to have in a partner. Well, I need somebody that has to make $300,000 a year, or I want someone who's going to support a certain lifestyle that I want for myself, knowing good and well you can't really support yourself on your own. So you're really just looking for some sort of a dream. Like, I really want that. I see what people post on Instagram. I see ladies who are supposedly being taken care of on Instagram, and, you know, the man treats them like a queen. She gets everything that she wants. I don't know if you all are familiar with that couple. It was an African American lady and a Caucasian American man, and she really presented things as if this man was like taking care of her in terms of paying all the bills. But it came out afterwards she was really upset at him, and she basically told on herself and him by saying, like, no, he's really not doing this, he's really living off of her. But honestly, what I think happened was, you know, he probably did put the down payment on for the house with her and stuff, and then they started making content and she probably blew up, so now she probably makes more. That's what I think. But either way, I brought up that to say, you can't just be watching what people do online and thinking everything is real, because you need to focus on yourself. Don't compare your life to the life of other people. Focus on people's character. With character, if a man has character, he's never going to be without. And really, just be careful, because sometimes people will try to sell you a dream, and I'm seeing this a lot. I'm seeing a lot of ladies getting swindled because they hear that a man is doing well financially, or they think he is. They don't know much about him. The man hasn't shown them any papers. She hasn't seen any bank accounts. She hasn't seen his income from his LLC or his income from whatever position and traditional job that he has. But she just believes in him, and she's like, wow. All of a sudden, her ears are shut, her eyes are shut to everything, and she just goes along with the flow. And then she's now in a bad situation because she realizes that everything that he told her was fraudulent. So just be careful. I was recently talking about this with someone, and it really made me concerned and sad, because ladies, we just have to be smarter, because there are really men out there who are trying to trick ladies. Like I said, it could be because they think the woman is beautiful, or it could be because they think the woman is doing well financially. That man who's claiming to be a businessman, he probably does not have anything going for himself. He probably does not have a good work history. He is most likely, he probably thinks the lady's nice. He probably thinks she's a good looking lady for the most part. But what he wants a place where he can sit down and relax. He may bring some things to the table. He may be nice. He may have a good personality and those sorts of things. But when it's all said and done, 5 years later, you're going to be looking like, wait a minute, this man doesn't even really work. And then he'll probably come up with some excuse and say, well, it's just the business is down. But in actuality, the business was never up, but you'll never know. So be careful, ladies. Really be careful. Keep your eyes open. Don't believe somebody. A man could even be taking you out to nice restaurants, taking you to do good, nice things, or introducing you to certain types of people in a different status than what you're used to. That means nothing. Keep your eye on them, because there are men, I'm sure you all have heard of the term hobosexual. There are men that are looking for places to stay, and the different types of men, I mean, the men, they're all different. They're unique in their own way. But there's some who are tricking in one way by saying that they have things that they don't. There's another type of man that is over exaggerating what he has. Whenever someone is telling you all these promises of what they're going to do for you, what they have, but you haven't been able to see physical proof, once again, taking you out to nice places, taking you on vacation means nothing. That's nice gesture, but you need to see proof. You need to see evidence. Don't just close your eyes because a man is treating you well, or you believe he's treating you well, because not 9 times out of 10, but there's a possibility that he's doing it for a reason. If you've already revealed information about yourself, your career, that is a possibility. That's a potential reason for why he's after you. So let me know what you think about that. I'm just finding that once a lot of women, they're seeing that a man is offering them something and they believe them. That's one thing that we do as women. We believe a lot. We believe, we trust. Be careful, because you may end up in a bad situation to where now years have passed and you're in a bad situation. You don't want to be in a situation where now you're, disrespecting the person that you're with, your boyfriend, your fiance, your husband, because they promised you the world and they were not able to deliver. And then when you look back, you're going to have to look at yourself. You're going to have to realize that maybe you had your rose-colored glasses on and you weren't really paying attention like you should have been. So be careful. If someone's promising you the world, make sure that you can actually see it. And once again, that's not dates, that's not gifts, that's not going on vacation. You need to actually be able to see it. I want to see that bank account. Hope you have an amazing day. Let me know what you think about this. Have you noticed that a lot of ladies are being tricked by men who either potentially need a place to stay or are trying to use them and based on their career and their income? Or do you feel that women are willing to do this, and that women are just doing this because they want a relationship and that they know that the man doesn't really have what he say he has? Let me know what you think. Have a wonderful day. Bye.